Not click.
No. Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. I'm sure those in West Africa it should be good evening. Um, the other parts of Africa is just maybe 1 hour differences, so it's still good evening or good afternoon. And over here it's good afternoon. It's good afternoon. So I'm very sure that we started late. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. It's because I was thinking the time is 1 p.m. of my time and 7 p.m. of your time. That's usually when we hold our programs. I did not know that the designer made it 12 and 6 p.m. So we're 9 minutes late, but we're gonna cover up. Let's invite all our friends to join us. Let's drop the link. Let's drop the broadcast link in all our platforms because I started seeing people wanting to join since. So I'm sorry. And my PA didn't do a good work today. She's here now. That's why I mentioned her name. She didn't do a good work. She's supposed to have reminded me like 30 minutes to the time that Ma, you're going live. I'm going to sack you, Hosanna. I'm going to sack you. I'm doing that publicly. So today, sorry, I'm starting the broadcast with our guest. Imagine our guest reminded me. That's how prompt she is. She reminded me like, oh, where's the link? And I'm like, I'll send it 10 minutes to the time. And it's already time. And she said, I thought we're going live by 12. It's already 12. And I'm like, no, we're going live by 1. I said, wait, let me check and find out what time we're going live. So I apologize. It's not our thing to come late. I don't tolerate lateness. So I'm sorry. And so today we are looking at yeah, Hosanna, you keep apologizing. Just do your work. The only apology I'd accept is you go gather every youth that we have missed, because we started late. Go and gather them and make sure they're here. If I don't see it, I'm gonna sack you. And you know what that means publicly. So let's begin to invite all our friends to join. This is Matters Arising. And if you know, Matters Arising has not held in like 2-3 months because we've had activities, kiss and tell, all you story lovers. You forgot about Matters Arising because you were so interested in stories that were going to make you cry. But no, we're going to pause kiss and tell so that we can learn from Matters Arising. And today I have no other than the beautiful delectable, elegant, and very simple, humble Afia in our midst today. So I'm not going to introduce her. She's going to introduce herself to you guys. You've been reading all about her. So today she's going to do the introduction by herself. So this is Matters Arising with Aunty Kelechi, and I'm glad you're here. Let's begin to drop the link so that when people come in, they will not start asking, oh, I didn't hear about the guest. Who is she? And all that. So can we do that in the next 2 seconds before I ask our guest to introduce herself? Let's begin to share the link. Go to WhatsApp. You have lots of friends. Drop the link with them so that they can join us. And please, editorial, can I get the link too? Send me the link so I can invite some people, some of my friends that want to join. They are not youth, but they want to join the program. I just remembered. So can I get the link on WhatsApp? Editorial head, can you send me the link on WhatsApp so that I can send it to my friends? I just remembered. So we are all in the business of sharing the link today. Okay, I've gotten my own link. I'm dropping the link with my friends right now. And I want I want everybody to do same with all their friends, with everyone that they know, so that they can join us live. So I'll keep doing that. So I'm sure we're doing that. Please, let's begin to invite our friends to join us in the live sessions. Okay, so let's also please, our editorial head just informed me we are live on YouTube. For those of you that said they don't like Facebook and all that, we're live on our YouTube. On our YouTube page. So please go to our YouTube. You can connect from our YouTube and drop comments. Please, editorial unit, share yourself. Some people should be on YouTube. We're sorry we couldn't go live on Instagram. Instagram is a world of its own. It doesn't always blend with this softwares that we use. So we apologize for that. And in case you're seeing the trademark of the software, we're sorry. We started late. We couldn't change a lot of things. So we're sorry. That's why Rainbow Utils is at the bottom and the name of the software is at the top. It's not supposed to be so. I was thinking it's by 1 so we can set up everything, but we're late. So thank you for sharing the link and bringing in your friends. Now I'm going to bring in our guest to introduce herself to us. So Afia, the floor is yours. While I do my sharing.
Oh, thank you. I think that was kind of brief, but you did pretty like a good introduction, anyways. So my name is Afia, and I grew up in Ghana, and I moved to Canada for school. So I took when I was in school, I took like electrical engineering, and then I did some internships. So I did a little bit engineering work, and then I found out I like technology more. So I did internship as well in tech, and then finally, right now, working with Microsoft as a technical specialist. That's
Hmm.
like pretty much, yeah, low key intro about me.
Oh my God, that's like a full package. It's not low key for us. That's like a full package. And for those joining us for the first time, if Matters Arising is a forum where I get to interview or feature professionals in their various fields so that they can help youth. If you know me, I'm out there to help you to over 15 years. So I sourced for the best. So those who have been lovers of Matters Arising, if you check all the programs, all the videos, I go for the best. I don't go for anything less than the best in their field. So once again, I welcome you, Afia, and thank you for honoring us. And if you must know, we don't pay our guests. I'm doing it publicly for those of you that will think, oh my God, they must have paid this person. We don't. I don't pay the guests. There are people that are also sold out um into empowering youth like I do. So I just look for them, connect with them, and they become my friends and they are ready to give in their best to you. So we don't pay our guest speakers on this. No, we never do that. So welcome. Are we ready to run deeply into today's discussion? Remember, we're looking at the topic using technology to drive entrepreneurship. And most of the people that I know, youth that I know, they're entrepreneurs, either doing business, maybe they're students, but they also have their dreams, they also have their creatives that they are pushing at. But today we're looking at how can I use technology to push out my ideas, to push out everything I have, and even learn new things, because most of you just think technology is just Facebook. But that's not why we're gonna open you up. Sorry, not me. I don't know much. So me too, I'm learning. See, I have my book. If you think I'm here to just, I have my book. I also want to learn. So if you think it's just Facebook, once I do Facebook publicity, that is all. No. Today we're here to learn deeper than you can ever imagine. So we are we're diving straight into it. Let's begin to mention the names of our friends. I'm seeing an editorial unit doing that. Please mention the names of your friends on our live session so that they can join us. Any entrepreneur you know, just bring them in. They're going to learn. So I'm going to give our guest speaker to teach few minutes, and then I have just maybe 5 questions, and I will open the floor for you to ask your questions. I want you to ask your questions directly, but let it be based on what she has taught, because it will not be nice asking somebody question of what the person prepared for. I'm not going to take the question. All right, so let's get set to ask our questions. And can I get the link to YouTube? Someone is asking me for the link to our YouTube. Can somebody log into our YouTube? Those that follow us on YouTube, send me the link. I only have the link on Facebook, so we can also invite them to join. So Afia, the stage is yours.
Okay. Thanks once again too. So I would start pretty much like saying that entrepreneurship is like is the engine of innovation, like even job creation as well, and then economic growth, right? So but we know that like starting and running a business is like challenging. It's not easy, right? And then because it requires a lot of like resources, you need skills, expertise, and then you need support as well, right? But then the good thing now is that tech has made it very like tech is now very important in our lives, and has made like the way that we start and grow a business like very, I would say, easier than before, right? So one thing that I want to like the first thing I want to talk about is online learning platforms, right? Like the
Mm-hmm.
first thing that you need to learn business is like the skill set, because most of us probably have an idea, right? But we don't have the skills to actually like, go in and start the business. So like I want to shed some light on online learning platforms. There's so
Mm,
many of them. My favorite is like YouTube because it's free. Right? YouTube is, you don't pay
mm,
anything for that.
mm,
There are other ones like Coursera, there's like Udemy, but those ones you have to pay money for it, right? So it's like,
mm,
but then the ones that are free, like YouTube, go for it. That's
mm,
like the first place that I normally recommend to like young people, right? It's like it's
mm,
now easy to like go there and get new skills and get knowledge, right? And these
mm,
platforms, like they have a wide variety of like courses. Like you just have to go, like you just have to search on YouTube, hey, how
mm,
do I do this? Like I want to learn about this, and it will show up a whole bunch of videos, and you can filter the videos and then pick the ones that you actually want, right? So it's made it very
mm,
easy to learn for everyone to learn at your own pace. Number one, and it's also your own schedule. Like you can go in there whenever you're free. Like it's very flexible. No one is like holding your hand. Like do this at this time. You can go in whenever you want to actually learn and get the skills that you need to start and grow a business, right? So now once you have those skills, now you become like a subject matter expert. So you become someone who knows a particular topic in detail, right? And then when you become that person, the next thing you can do is you can use like online tutoring and coaching like platforms to drive entrepreneurship. And the way you do this is you can use those platforms and you can provide like one-on-one or like group tutoring sessions to, like people all around the world, because now it's like globally with technology you can reach like so many people around the world that once you get your skills, once you like specialize in one particular skill and you become the subject matter expert, you can literally go online to these platforms and then you can be a tutor. You can teach. I've seen like teaching English for kids in China. Like you can teach whatever you want, yeah, to anybody around like globally around the world, right? So examples of those that I've seen is like Coach.me. Coach.me, you can provide coaching services. Like if you're into like fitness and stuff, you can go sign up and you can teach people how to be like how to like fitness, for example, right? Productivity
mm,
as well, and then also personal development. So any topic that you want, you can learn about that topic. Then you can go online, get to like those online platforms and use that to train people, tutor people, whatever they have passion in. And this is you making your own business, right? So going ahead for that, like being that more having that entrepreneurial mindset. um so another thing is social media influencer marketing. Like we all use social media. Like the youths, like most of us, we love tech, we love social media a lot, right? And it's become very
mm,
popular like for like young entrepreneurs to actually promote their product and services. So you can build like a social media presence. So you can have a business, right? You can open. It's now easy to open up a business online. You can open a business page. I think on Facebook, Instagram has one as well. Even YouTube as well. So you can open those, and then you can do. What you have to do is you have to build your presence. So you have to like engage your followers, right? So get people to follow you, and then you can then use your influence. So once you engage your followers and you build that trust, and then people come and they come to watch you or listen to whatever you post, like your content, right? Then now you can use that to influence like your sales. So if you say like you are like selling or like you're teaching like fitness, right? Now that people have learned, like they trust, like you can teach them how to be like how to be fit, right? They will then like you can use that platform. You can either sell, maybe like you can sell a t-shirt with like your name or your brand on it. So you can use that social media platform to drive sales, and you can build your brand awareness as well. So you can do anything you want, and then people are actually gonna buy it because like, hey, let's say you teaching, let's say like your fitness company is called, let's assume some name, and then I see your T-shirt, like you send something, like you're sending something online. I would want to be
mm,
wearing that T-shirt because like I believe in that brand, right? So you can use those platforms to build your brand. And then
mm,
even now, there's like TikTok. TikTok is like, I use TikTok and I barely use Instagram and Facebook, right? But I use TikTok because I go there. There's so much content over there. Some are educational. So I've seen TikToks teaching people how to use like Excel, like how like so you can even learn on TikTok as well. If you go on the educational side, you can learn so much in short videos because our attention span is like like I for me personally, I can't watch longer videos. I find them too like I lose concentration. But if it's like 30 seconds and I learn something, that doesn't waste my time, right? So TikTok
mm,
is very good. It's very popular now. Also, Instagram is popular as well among young people, and they can use that to reach like a very like global audience, like so many people around the world, right? Not just like in your home country, but everywhere. Can everyone can get used to that. So that's like the main thing for me is the main three things is getting your skills done, right? And then after you get your skills, then you can use that to teach somebody. So you can promote that, be a tutor or something, and then you can also like you have to now use social media to influence your marketing, right? Now, another thing is you can create online content, right? So creating online content like videos, blogs, and podcasts is like another great way that you can drive entrepreneurship, right? So because you can create content. So once you learn something and you become the subject matter expert, you become the person that knows what you're talking about. You can write blogs about it. You can make videos about it, and people like to watch. So when I go on YouTube, I'm learning from somebody. It's someone knows a particular who knows a particular field and made a video for me to actually consume the content, right? So you can do something similar. You learn something and then you make videos, you make blogs and podcasts, right? And then when you do this, you can build like people who actually follow you, and then you can monetize that content through like advertising. So I know most you can get ads on your content. Like when people come over there, they see those ads, you can make money from the ads. You can get sponsorship. Sometimes on Instagram, I've had friends who have Instagram pages, and then people come into their DMs and they're like, would you like to feature a product on your platform, right? And then they pay you for that. So there's those sponsorships. There's also like you can sell, like you can do merchandise sales yourself on these platforms, right? And then YouTube, like there's Twitch. Twitch is more for gaming, right? So if you're into gaming and stuff, you can use Twitch. You can stream videos on games, and then you can make money out of that as well, right? So they provide you with the tools and the resources. You don't have to go and like get anything. Like you just have to create an account. You don't have to buy any expensive stuff like the traditional way of doing a business, but you have to get like resources, you have to get money, you have to get now it's a bit easier because these platforms, these technology platforms give you the tools, right? And the things to get you up to speed, right? So you can just go on there and build your online presence, right? It's also like easier now to start a business like using like e-commerce platforms. So I was doing some research to see like what's the e-commerce platforms in Nigeria, and I saw Jumia. So in Canada, there's one called Kijiji, right? But I saw Jumia, I saw Konga, and I think there's also eBay in the US like that. These platforms, if you don't want to be creating online content, you can still make money from there. Like example with Kijiji, I think Jumia is similar. Is say I bought a bunch of clothes last year, right? And then I'm like, okay, now these clothes, like you probably wear the clothes maybe one time only, or sometimes you buy clothes and you don't even wear them, right? So what you could do is you can sell those clothes, right? So on Kijiji, there's sections for like people who sell clothes. If I have laptops that I've used, it's literally anything that you have that you don't use anymore, but in good shape, you can actually sell them on this platform, and people are actually gonna buy most people need these things, but they don't want to buy like spend so much money buying brand new stuff. So they'll literally be willing to spend small amounts of money to get something that they want, right? So like these, if you have like these stuff around that's like very like it's you can use them, right? It's not like in bad shape. You can actually use them, and using them yourself personally, you can sell those and make money from that. So as an example for me, like I bought this like fancy calculator when I was in school because it was like really helpful for like my program. It's like it's the Casio CX cast. Like it's not like a computer in a calculator. It's like it's fancy, right? I bought it was so expensive when I bought that, but it was an investment. So after school, now I'm done school, I don't need that calculator anymore. So what did I do? I sold on Kijiji, right? And I didn't sell at the price that I bought it, but I still made some good profit, like because it was just lying at home doing nothing, but I was able to make money out of that. So e-commerce platforms are like one thing that it's very good as well. Now it's easier for you to like literally sell things that you actually don't like need but can benefit people, right? So um that's one that like I always talk about, because you can reach like with the internet right now, you can set up an online store, right? It makes it easy for you to set up an online store. You can list your products that you sell, and then you can process payments as well. And with the internet, you can easily like research your target market. So that means like searching which products are selling. So you can go online, figure out, okay, what are people buying now these days, like, on the market, like what are youth, what are people interested in, right? So you can do some a bit of like market research on that, and then once you figure out what people are actually into, you can go and find suppliers, and it's easier as well finding suppliers. You can use the same internet to find suppliers and figure out who can supply me with this stuff that I want to sell. If you can do it yourself, that's fair. If you say you're somebody that like to like sew, my cousin does that. She sews like clothes, and then she sells them on eBay, right? So it's about who's a supplier. Where do I find a supplier? So if you can do it yourself, you're your own supplier, that's okay. But if you can't, but you need someone to supply you, it's also easier for you to go online and find the suppliers, right? And then once you do that, then you can connect with potential customers. So you can, like, on your platform, social media platform, you can ask your audience, hey, what do you guys like, so you can do a little bit of market research, like, hey, what do you guys want to see here? For example, if you're making content, or I can ask them, what do you guys want to see more on my platform? And these people are going to tell you, what they actually want to see. And then when you know what people want to see, then you build your content around that. If you're selling something as well, find out what do they want to buy, right? And you can connect with your potential customers, and then now it makes it easier for you to like start and grow your business, right? So lastly, I would say I want to like talk a bit more about AI. So like artificial intelligence, it's something that's like booming. It's it's the next big thing that I see coming up, right? So many young people, like, we have a love for technology, like, and AI is like a great way to leverage that interest to drive entrepreneurship. The reason why I'm talking about AI is that AI can solve um, a lot of like repetitive stuff that you do now. So with AI, you're gonna be more productive. Let's say, for example, you spend so much time. Let's say you're a writer, right, or like an artist, or let's say you sell something and you want to keep track of your inventory, right? So right now, let's say you're just keeping track by like Excel, like maybe paper and pen. AI can do that for you. So then it takes away the stress of you doing that side, and then you focus on the important stuff, like focusing on getting the customers, doing your market research. Even it can do a bit of market research for you, but what I'm trying to say is that AI makes you more productive, right? So you can use it to create like innovative solutions. So like chatbots, like if you're into like those app development, those like um coding stuff, you can create those. You can also use it to predict like analytics. So like as I was saying, right, it can do a lot of uh say, yeah, so like your inventories and all those kind of stuff, it can do those stuff for you. And it can use, and so then it helps you use your creativity and your technical skills, right, to build apps that will solve like real world problems. You can create like engaging games, or you can provide like useful services to like specific people, right? So you can use that to automate like all the tasks that you do like constantly yourself, and it helps you to focus on like the strategic deals, like the important stuff, right? And then other good opportunities. So before I end this, it's more about you finding like, so getting your skill set. I'm just gonna reiterate what I said today. It's the first thing is trying to figure out, so let's say you do your market research, you find something that you actually want to do, that you have interest in, right? And then you look at yourself and be like, okay, I'm lacking these skills that I need to be where I am right now. So the first thing you have to do is go use those online platforms to learn something, right? So then go look for them. The free ones, I recommend YouTube. Just go there, search what do I want to learn, and learn those. Once you get the skills and you become like an expert, become like a pro, the person that people come to and ask you those kind of stuff, become the pro, then now you have ways of actually using that skill to help other people. So you can either create your own online content, right? Or you can also tutor people. You can do so much stuff with that. If you're not into online content creation, there's other ways to be an entrepreneur, right? It's all about solving problems. So you need to figure out what problem you want to solve. Maybe you can see people like, maybe in your community, like most people, like, I'm just assuming, making an assumption, most people just like throw their clothes away. What can you do is you can create that, you can go use those online e-commerce platforms and pick up those clothes and sell them, or like something around that. Maybe people like are throwing this away, or doing this and that. So you figure out the problem, and then you can use those platforms to like, make something. So just getting your getting your skills done, find your problem, do your market research, and then you have to also market your brand. Like you don't just make a business and then you think, okay, that you need to use the social media. That's what social media is for. Apart from chatting with people and connecting with people, the other side of it is business, right? So you can use it to like build your brand awareness. You can influence people. You can create sales. You can sell on these platforms, and it's all allowed, right? So you can do that, and then once you do that, lastly is like AI. AI can, like, once you're on a big thing, AI can actually help you be more productive, so you can focus more on like the things that you actually need, right? So I would say, like, with the right tools, technology, like there hasn't ever been a better time for young people to like start their own businesses. Like in this day and age with tech, it's been easier now to be an entrepreneur, to start your own business, right? And even influence other people as well to to go out there and then make the change that you want to see, make it, do it yourself, get out there, and then go chase your dreams, kind of thing. So I'm just gonna pause here, and then I'm gonna pass it on to Auntie Kelechi. So if you have any thoughts to put up to put in.
Oh, this is so rich. I've been writing. I told you guys that I'm also learning today. So thank you, Afia, for that wonderful and detailed teaching. You covered so much in very few minutes. So this is Afia telling you that don't just think, oh, I must have everything before I become technologically fit or whatever. No. With your phone, I always tell people you don't know what your phones are for. You know, I made a post because after now, I hope you're getting your questions. I'm going to go through the questions, and whichever one I find very interesting, I'm going to ask her. But I have questions for her. I always tell the African youth, beginning from Nigeria, because you need to begin from your home before you reach out to others, that don't be so glued to only prayer and religious contents. That's not nice. That's not the only thing God redeemed. That's not the only thing Jesus redeemed us to do. You're only so glued to, if it's prayer content, you type amen, you go on fasting, you go to mountain. That's religious mindset. I made a post and I asked, have you come across chats, what's it called, is it chat
ChatGPT.
GPT AI? And nobody commented on the post. But if I had typed a prayer, all of you will flood my timeline. And if you notice, I don't do that anymore, because that's just keeping you at the same place. You type amen to those prayers, you don't put anything to work. You think God is going to come down to do everything for you? No. He has given us the wisdom, he has given us the exposure. Even his word alone is exposure. If you read the Bible and you understand the Bible very well, you will understand what God has put us on earth as creators to do. And so I asked Afia, I said, who has come across this chat GPT? I did not get any response until I had to tell my yes, I'm sincere. I had to tell my mentees that I can't believe that I dropped something and none of you looked into it. That's when they started going to research. But it's not nice. African youth, you have so much, and yet you want to be stuck to only prayer, only typing amen, and sharing any spiritual or religious posts. There's so much in you, so much locked up in you that you need to explore. And this is the digital age. So you don't only need the amen, amen, amen. You need to learn, you need to make use of the things locked up in you. There are great potentials. And this is why I do all these programs, to bring the best all over the world to you. That's the essence of holding or having those programs. So you've learned so much. You don't need to begin big. What do you have? And God said unto Moses, what do you have? God is always asking us, what do you have? What do you have in your hand? I taught my mentees about seed, about space, and about rain. Afia, I taught them these three things, and I'm going to do that teaching publicly. But it's about, what seed do you have? You have a lot of talents, a lot of potentials in you, and the space, the world is a large space for you to plant those seeds. And you have the technology to plant those seeds, to help you plant those seeds. You don't need to be in Canada for you to sell something to somebody in Canada. We have people that join us in all our online platforms. Am I in America? Am I in Ghana? We have Ghana people, even in Rainbow Youths. Have they met me? No, but what we are doing have reached to them every part of the world. So I'm just summing up what she has explained. If you're just joining, sorry, maybe you have to rewatch the video because we have to get right into questions. And if you have your questions, I want to indulge you to start dropping the questions. This is Matters Arising with Aunty Kelechi, and today I have my guest Afia joining us from Toronto, Canada. And so we're getting into the question session. So I'm going to ask a few questions, and then if these questions were questions that were brought in by the youth, they know the topic and they gave us random questions which we compiled. We saved it actually, but I'm not going to take all because of time. But then if I see any live question that is very intelligent, I'm going to ask the question. I'll leave this ones that I already have because you are the real MVPs. So I'm going to ask you this. In what way has the knowledge of technology improved on the efficiency of business processes?
Yeah, so that question is actually a pretty good question. And I didn't talk about that, but I think maybe I hit a little bit of that. But it's helped in so
Yeah.
much ways. With cloud computing, right? I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with cloud computing, but cloud computing, it's where we move everything down to the cloud. You probably have heard of like M365, Microsoft 365, AWS, like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure. Those are all the cloud platforms, and it's made it easier for businesses to run, right? To run their like it's made it easier for business to manage their IT infrastructure, right? Without the need for like expensive hardware. So, for example, now businesses don't have to spend a lot of money on like building a data center. Now the cloud people, those who have the cloud, they host the data center, and then businesses just go in there and buy the computing space, right? So it's made it really easy um, for every business, whether banking or like schools or like any business at all can use that cloud computing. And most companies are using that now, either like hybrid or in the cloud, right? They're using that now because it's more easier, and then it makes it more efficient, very productivity as well. And what it does is um, it helps the businesses scale quickly, so you grow quickly and efficiently without like a huge cost, like spending so much money building like a storefront, for instance. Like look, I was talking about those e-platforms, like that e-commerce platforms. You don't have to build a store now to sell something. It's all online. I just go online, make your business, and then there you go. That's how technology has improved like the efficiency of businesses now.
Okay, thank you so much. You remember she mentioned various e-commerce platforms, and which Facebook is one of them. Don't think Facebook has really scaled a lot of businesses, but most of you think it's just to come in and say hi, how are you doing? A lot of people don't chat on Facebook. Let me give you a secret. The wealthy people, they don't use social media platforms to chat. They use it for business. I'm telling you the truth. They use it for business. And if you notice, I sell a lot of products, God's kingdom. I sell it on social media. I don't come to social media to chat with any of you. I don't do that. We have a lot of programs that we are running. We have the Foundation Academy. If you check our pages, you understand that this is business. We're not there. We might not be making money because we are kingdom invested, but we are selling something that will make you become billionaires. That is the truth. This program, I'm not making money from it, but I am preparing you all to be billionaires. That is the truth. So a lot of people use these e-commerce platforms to make so much money. So before I ask you the next question, I saw a question someone dropped, and she says, is it only when one has secured a strong audience that the AI can come into play?
No, no, no. I would say when you're doing those, it comes into play like early on. It can help you with anything at all, not just like the one that I talked about, like making your job easier is after you've established your business. That's like another part of the AI, but you can use AI even to do your own like one market research, right? So in the beginning, when you're looking into the problem, you can also use the AI to learn, because what AI does is it just takes away, it finds the knowledge for you, right? So you can actually use it to learn as well, right? So in the beginning, early stages, use the AI, use it to learn in the beginning. And then once you've learned something, then you can use it as well to, to make your business more make your productivity very high. So it's not just in the end stages, but in the beginning as well. I encourage you to like go for it and learn more about it. Like, and for now, I would say all of you should go and look into ChatGPT. It's a very like really good tool. Yeah, just go look into how it works.
Okay, great. So, Ruth, I hope you were cleared. You don't need to have a very strong audience before you can use AI. And I hope you're not looking at a very far something, because your question, you're looking at artificial intelligence and all that, but based on the question about your business, you don't need all those long rope. Use what you have. You have Facebook, you have YouTube, you have Instagram, you have TikTok. You can just start marketing what you do using those platforms. One thing about ChatGPT, for those of you, I made that post and I asked, has anyone come across ChatGPT and all that? Even my mentees, I was surprised, none of them, until I told them, and they're going to do a presentation on that, on ChatGPT. This is just for my mentees, but I just wanted to bring that knowledge to them. So this is me adding to what Afia has said. You can use ChatGPT to know how to grow your business and your audience, and that is AI. So I think you're actually mistaking that AI. You are thinking in the abstract, because I know the person that asked this question. You can use that to build your skills, to build your businesses. Let me tell you something that my little cousin, my baby cousin, she just turned 30, but my baby's I raised her. There's something she does up here. She's a lawyer. So what she does is she just comes to give a law term and just explain. And then she started her law TV.
Mm.
It's not that she graduated the best, and you mustn't be the best to do anything. Like, you mustn't be the perfect standard best. No, she just comes online, gets one court term, and breaks it down on TikTok, on YouTube. That was how she started selling. Just that, she called it law TV, or law, I think law TV. That's how she started selling. So you don't need the big things. Most times you're looking at, what do I have? Your Facebook is there, TikTok is there. Most of you go to TikTok to do what? Learn. Use it to learn, use it to also harness your skills, and use it to push what you have out there. So please, can we drop our questions? We must ask questions. Don't just nod your head. I like when people ask questions. It enables you to grow, it expands you, because you can't say you understood everything she said. Even when I understand what someone says, I always want to ask a question just to be sure I understood properly. So I'll ask you the next question. What are the benefits of digital entrepreneurship over the traditional ways of selling and buying and maybe acquiring skills and all that?
The biggest one, um, I would say, is like low cost, right? Like low startup cost. If you compare the traditional one to start a business, right? Like as I was saying, you need to say you want to maybe sell t-shirts or like whatever you want to sell. You need a storefront, right? So you spend money
Yeah.
getting like a container, like a store or something, right? Um, and then now you need to find like with that one as well, like when you sell it in a storefront in a particular location, it's only like you reach only a few people, right? So but if you compare like digital entrepreneurship, digital like entrepreneurship or technology, you can see that number one, you don't need a storefront. You're saving money that you would have spent building something to host your product. So you can literally buy whatever that you selling, can be in your home, can be in your house, right? And then you go online, you list them. So what people do, they take pictures of the product, right, and put it online. If I see the product and I like it, I buy it and then I ship it to you, right? So there's no the cost that I spend is much less. I only have to spend money for my product, not like for other stuff like infrastructure. I spend nothing on infrastructure, right? That's number one. Now, also number two is I can reach a global audience. So I can sell to everybody around the world. It's on the internet, right? Anybody can go on there. They see something nice that they want. I can sell to somebody in the US, everywhere around the world, versus selling locally in my community or like my country, right? And then it's also flexible, like flexibility. I don't have to sit there. I don't have to sit in my store waiting for someone to come and buy. I can be in my home. I can be doing other stuff, and then if I get an order, I go and ship it. Right. So it's very flexible, right? As compared to the other one, where like you kind of have to be there. You kind of have to hire people to to actually sell for you when you're not around. But now, if I'm traveling and someone wants an order, I can go online and just ship the thing to them. So it's very flexible as well, and very efficient, right? Like it makes it more efficient for you. And I'll say another one is it's more innovative because now you can experiment with it with so much stuff to see, like with so much product to see which one people actually like, right? Because I'm saving money initially, I can try different things and see what people actually like, and then when I see what people actually like, then I can invest more into it. So versus like the traditional way where like I'll be selling a particular thing, and because the cost is already expensive, looking into other ones is also like it's a bit more expensive. But then with this digital world, you can try different things, right? Try and see what works and what doesn't work. If something doesn't work, doesn't mean that it's not gonna work. You can try a different thing, right? So these are the few that I've seen so far. But the major one being like cost, flexible, and efficient.
Cost, flexible, and efficient. Thank you so much. Please, can we start dropping our questions? So that I love when people join live and then I take their questions instead of the ones I've already written. And this particular question is very, very important because it still goes down to what she's been saying. Use the digital space to do a lot of things. When somebody was telling me about owning a store, or no, wanting to start a business but doesn't have the funds to do that, and I said, what kind of business do you want to set up? And she started telling me clothing and all that. She needs to rent a store and all that. I said, why do you need to rent a store? So that people can patronize her. I said, so what are the people you want to patronize you? She started looking like neighbors. I said, you're still thinking very shallow. You're still not even shallow, you're even still thinking very small. You can sell your products to somebody in London, in the UK, just sitting in Nigeria. So why will you be looking for a store? See, a time is coming when people will own stores, we build stores, and nobody will release them because nobody wants to, waste money that is not it's not use is nobody wants to throw away money. So you can even be in your house and sell your products. As long as you can pay your rent or buy your house, you can sell your products. And this is not just products of, okay, I'm selling clothes, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. I'm also thinking of skills. If you notice, she mentioned that your skills, maybe you braid hair, you can just be in one state, and with the pictures, I always tell you, let your pictures be revolve around what you do. When I come to your timeline, aside saying that, okay, you are a Christian, I should see what you do. I should see what you do, not just sharing everybody's post on your timeline. It doesn't tell who you are. Okay, so you always share a particular post. Okay, it tells you a Christian, good, but what else? Aside that, what else? Who are you? So I should see, oh, you braid hair, oh, you make this, oh, you do that. Your timeline should, in looking at your name, your timeline, 2 minutes or 3 seconds, I should know who you are. I should know what you do. So go back and check your timelines on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. What does your timeline say about you in less than 2 seconds? So you can always, use your social media handles to sell yourself, and that's digital space. I hope you know that. So I'm going to ask the next question.
There's one in the
um
chat that I see. We can talk about it before.
okay, sorry, you said, I didn't get that.
That was one in the chat. Is that what you were going to ask before, or it's like a question in the chat? I think.
Okay, I didn't see the one I saw. I think I've taken it. Is there any other question that
Okay.
I omitted?
Uh,
Is a question on YouTube? Okay, please, can you help me with the question on YouTube? What did the person ask? I'm not on YouTube. Okay, I want to make sure that we are reaching out to all our audiences. Let me get the question on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, someone says, I'm asking from YouTube. Someone says, she says, hello, Afia, you highlighted we should create content when introducing our products. Must we do it that way? I hope I understand this question.
I think I'm not sure too about, but I can try and ask, right? Confirm if it means so. Yeah, I did mention that you can create, like, it was an example that I gave, that you can create a content, right, on social media, but like creating content itself alone, um the way you can monetize it, I was giving examples of how you can monetize the way you can create content. So if you create content, like if you create online content, it can also sell products as well, but you don't have to do it that way. You could just go sell your product without creating content as well, right? Like, the content creation is for those who are into content creation. And if you want to monetize, a few ways you can monetize your content is through advertisement, through those selling and stuff. But you don't have to do that. You can just go right ahead and go sell if that's what you want to do. You don't have to create content at all. But like, I think that's how I understood the question. You can come back if that's not what you meant, and yeah, we can hit that again.
Okay, thank you so much. And the person that asked the question, I think you did not communicate the question very well, but Afia tried. But your products, whatever products you are marketing or you are selling, is already the content. So whatever you want to sell, if you're like, I'm selling something to us, I'm selling knowledge to the youth, even if it's free, yes. So I bring in this knowledge to all the youth, and this is the content, this is the context in which I'm selling the knowledge. So I bring professionals from their various backgrounds to sell this knowledge to you. So in doing that, is a content I'm creating, in as much as I'm not monetizing it, but we are training you here to begin to monetize yours. And you must understand that monetizing using social media platforms does not just happen overnight. It's when you have built your audience to a certain level. I think for YouTube, you get to a certain number of viewers, you start monetizing it. But that doesn't mean that you cannot make money, even when you're not yet monetizing your videos or your contents on social media. So you can sell your content, sell whatever you have, and people will patronize you and people will buy. But Facebook has not started paying you because you've not gotten to that number of viewers that is required for you to start earning. So please stop looking at it at the big picture. Or when will they start paying me? When you've grown your audience, they'll start paying you. So please, Fortune, if we didn't understand your question, I want to plead with you to come back to ask the question again so that we can make you understand. So we'll soon be wrapping up. So I'm gonna ask this question. Um, Very funny, but let me still ask it. Are there any disadvantages in using technology to drive entrepreneurial growth or entrepreneurship growth?
Yeah. Definitely there's disadvantages in like everything. And I'm not gonna lie, there is, but I would say the pros outweigh the cons in this case,
Hmm.
right? Because some of the disadvantages is that I want to mention is that, like, some people would not want to use the digital way because, number one, we all know about security and privacy, right? Sometimes it happens that if you, like, it can happen, there's security is a big thing that, like, most people care about. So if somebody cares more about like security and the privacy stuff, they tend to like stay away from, they tend to stay away from these technology stuff, which makes sense, right? Which makes sense. But like, the pros that you do get, right, is way better than the disadvantages that, like, I have seen, right? Like, implementation cost, yeah, technical difficulties can happen, right? Let's say, like, on this platform today, it could have gone wrong with technology, right? Like, something could have happened. So those are like minor that I don't think it should tempt people off from using it, right? Like security risks, yeah, and sometimes it can be complex. The platform could be complex. Maybe like I want to learn a subject, but it's so like difficult to learn the platform, right? So then I'll go for an easier platform to learn from, right? But these are the few ones that I see is like the complexity of the platform, technical difficulties that can come up, security, privacy risk that can leak out. But I know most companies are trying so hard. In terms of privacy and stuff that like they're trying so hard to make sure like everybody is secure. Nowadays they make you check, privacy boxes because they have to. The government's actually making them do it, right? So most companies care about that. So then you as well when you do anything that like you collect people's information, say you're selling something that you require people's like details, like their name and stuff, it's mandatory for you to actually check that privacy box and then make your people know that you're not going to sell their data to any company. You're going to protect the privacy because it's a very big risk that comes with using online platforms, right? Using the digital age. It's like privacy and security is very important that now it's been mandatory for you to actually acknowledge that and be like you need to make sure that you're protecting people's privacy and send their data, their names, their addresses to anybody, right? So yeah, that's a few that that's out there, yeah, so far.
Thank you so much for that. I'm going to ask you this. I have two more questions to go, except I see anything else. Someone is asking, what do I stand to gain when I make the digital skills my companion as a journey in the entrepreneurial world?
So what do you wait, can you repeat that question again?
What do I stand? Okay, the person is asking, what do I stand to gain when I
Yeah.
make digital skills my companion as a journey in the world of entrepreneurship?
Okay. You sound to get a lot. I mentioned a few. So number one, flexibility. You can work anywhere, you can work anytime, right? Number two is low cost. So even if you don't have enough funding, enough capital at the beginning, right? The cost is less, the cost is cheaper for you to start out. You can start out small, right? And then you can build. And then once you start making like for like online content, right? You start out small, they're not gonna pay you for that for sure. But like once you get the like audiences and then you start creating like like creating stuff that people actually like, right? Then you're gonna like go big, right? So the cost to start is cheaper. Some of them there's no cost. Some of them there's a little bit cost. And you can also another thing is you can reach global people, right? So that it's a very like large global reach. You can reach people everywhere. So your brand goes international, not just like locally, right? So these are the few that I would highlight more is like what do you gain when you make your companion, right? This is what you stand to gain. Is like it's and also innovation as well because you create like it's very innovative. You can come up with like especially if you say you into creating apps and games and those kind of stuff. You can create innovative stuff to solve problems, not just problems like globally. You can solve like global stuff. Like for example, the person that thought of like this like Uber rides. I know in Ghana they have one called Bolt. I'm not sure if there's something like that probably something similar in Nigeria too.
Yeah,
That
yes.
person saw that people don't have cars. Maybe like the taxis were taking too long, and I want to get to a place quickly, right? And then so I just want to make it easy to like get an app and then get a car right to somewhere and pay the driver, right? It solves a problem where it makes my life easy. At the same time, that person I was able to innovate, right? Make some good things that people actually like, and it solves a problem. So there's so much you can do when you embrace that, like those when you make the digital skills your companion.
Thank you so much. You really touched everything that um they stand to gain. So I'm ask this last question, except I see something else on the chart. How do
Okay.
I create a blog site and make money from it? I think it's just repeating the person that asked this question, repeating. Maybe it's gonna make you to just sum up everything that you said.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay, is
sure,
there a
sure.
question? Oh, there's a question on YouTube. Okay. Okay, just take this briefly, then I'll ask the very intelligent question on YouTube.
Okay. So how do you create a blog site? Now you don't even so first of all, you need to like I'm gonna go back. So I think I said this before, but I want to go back to it. How do I create a blog site? First of all, why do you want to create a blog site? What do you want to write about? So you need to figure out, do your research, right? Figure out what you actually want to write about. Like, why do I even want to make this blog, right? So if you do your market research and figure out what you want to talk about, then you can go look for like blogging platforms, right? So there's a few that I know of. There's WordPress, there's also Wix, and then there's one called Blogger, right? So you can choose which one you want to use to blog. Um, and then you can choose like a, then once you get that, you can set up your blog, right? And then you can write your content. But then you need to make sure you know what content you're writing, what content will grab people's attention, right? And then once you have your blog done, now you need to get audiences to go read your blog. So then what do you do next? It's like go and promote your blog on social media. So if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, TikTok, whatever social media platform that you have, just go and promote your blog over there, right? And then if you want to make money from your blog, because the blog alone doesn't just make you money, right? To make money from that with blogs, you can display like ads on your blog, right? So then you can make money. Like you can make a partner. You can partner with like brands, other bloggers as well, and then you guys can be like a partnership that you go into, like sponsorship, go into it. You can also sell digital products because most people that blog actually also write books, right? So you can write like an ebook. It's similar to the blogging, but like most people that actually blog, say you're blogging on, like I would say when you're blogging, blog on like important stuff, like blog on something that will like help people, right? If I'm consuming content, say like I go to blogs to read about like educational stuff, like how, like for example, how can I build a website? Somebody actually has a blog on there telling you how to do it, so I will go and read those kind of stuff. And these are some things that people actually want, that they were willing to buy. Like when I was in school, I used to go on YouTube, and the people on YouTube, they're fine. They show me the videos, but they do also have blogs. So let's say I want to know like how to, for example, maybe like test out. I work in tech, so like let's say I want to know how to like test out like how what can I use in general? Like how do I use, for example, Excel to do something, or like how do I design this? How do I use those like designer platforms to design? They can show you how to do it, but then normally they also have links that goes to their blog site where they show you stuff in details. And then they also write books as well. So like when you're blogging, like once you have the content, the way you can make your money from it is like actually selling products as well, right? Fine, it can be ebooks, it can be like you can make short courses, and then I know some people on YouTube actually have like paid courses, like they have the free ones, and then when some people have interest in specific ones, they make it like they tell you, okay, donate, like they call it coffee. I think buy me a coffee, right? So they charge maybe like $2, $3, just to view the content, and I pay because I really want to see what the content. I know they're really good at it from their free courses. I know they're really good at what they do. Like I don't mind paying $1, $2, or like whatever to see the content, right? So these are like ways you can monetize and like make your blog like better, and also to stand out also to more people, right? It's like make your research fast, get to know like what people actually want to learn about, and this way you have the skill. So if you're very good at something, go write about that thing on your blog, and then people will come learn from you. And then you can also, because people are coming to learn, if they want to go deeper, yeah, you can go deeper for them, but you can make it a course, or you can make it like a book and you can sell that, right, at a affordable price, of course, but like yeah, something like that.
Thank you so much, Afia. So I'm going to ask some questions that we have been omitting, and they have been drawing our attention to that. I didn't see them. So this question says, thank you so much for this session. Truly, it's no doubt that technology has and is still improving a lot of businesses. But then I think with this knowledge, competition in a business field increases. So it becomes a bit tasky to catch the attention of your audience. I am a digital marketer. How can I diversify in this case? How can technology help me stand out in the midst of others?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And it's true. Like every business, you're gonna get competition coming. Like I haven't seen any business that's like only that person does one thing. People do the same thing, but how do you stand out, right? Like how do you? The first thing I would say is, so first of all, like because you can like as I'm saying, for example, let's say using Instagram or like Facebook, but I'll go Instagram to like showcase, like say you braid hair, right? So when a client comes to you, you braid the hair, you can ask the client because privacy reasons, right? Like, are you comfortable with me posting this picture on on my social media page, right? And then most people are gonna say yes, right? And so of course, like you go ahead and then you post that. So take good quality pictures, right? It's like whatever you're posting, whatever that you when you're building your brand, it needs to be quality. Like post the good stuff and like make sure you do something that will make you stand out. But one other thing that makes you stand out the most is like getting reviews from people. Word of mouth is like it's very reviews is very important because I when I shop online, I actually read the review before I buy something. I never buy anything without reading the review because I don't want to buy something and figure out it wasn't good. I want to see what the person who bought that product learned from it, right? So is one thing you have to be doing is asking your followers, your people to actually rate the like let them give you reviews, word of mouth, like how does it work? And so you get those feedback from people, it makes you improve as well. And then through those feedback as well, they will tell you what they want to see more. Like they'll tell you what didn't work and what's working, right? And then if I go on your page, say if I go on your page on say if I go like Instagram, right, and I go on your pictures and I see, I'll go and read the comments because the picture alone doesn't tell me everything. I read the comment and see what people are saying about it. People are giving it like people are highlighting the good stuff. Like I'm gonna give it a try, right? Same as well if you like if you have anything online, like when I watch YouTube videos online, because there's so much of them, I read the comments first. If the comments is like people are like, oh, this content, I just move on. I don't want to waste my time watching the full 1 hour video and figure out, okay, it wasn't useful for me. So one of the main thing you should be doing is getting those feedback from people. Reviews are very important and it makes you stand out because if you're the best, it's gonna come up from people, not you. Like you will show it, but like people, what people say actually grows your brand more and quickly than like other people. And even like say you do something as well, tell your followers to go get people to come. Like today, like come watch this, learn from it, spread the word, right? So these are like these are the ways you can stand out. Is like I would say mostly getting like getting the reviews and also like putting quality products out there, right? So be your best, like forget about your competition, go in, go all in, do your own thing, right? Put quality stuff out there and your work will talk for you. Like people are gonna like your work will talk for you. And then make sure that you engage, like make sure you engage your followers as well. Listen to them because listening to the people that you're selling to is very important. So make sure you listen to the people, right? And then I mean you don't take every advice though, but pick the good ones. It's like I'm trying to say, yeah, but this is how you can for me it's, the main thing is like reviews, like getting those like feedback from your customers is very important.
Thank you so much, Afia, for that question. Just to add up, relationship building is what she just taught you. It is very important that we build very beautiful relationships with people that we worked for or we are working with. Because if you're a digital marketer and then you have a business with me and you didn't treat me nice, you don't expect me to review. And once I leave that business, I'm going to tell people that, oh, that person is not a nice person. So we must learn to develop very good relationship skills, where even when the customer was not satisfied, you do everything within your power to make sure that person gets his or her satisfaction so that the person can, freely review your business. I always tell you, get reviews, pictures, word of mouth, not word of mouth, let them text it. Please, I like to screenshot your this message, post it online. That's what makes you stand out because people want to see that this person bought into whatever you're doing, your skill or your business, and this person has five um 5-star rating or 4-star rating or 4.8. Not you just telling me your business is good. Like Afia said, I don't buy anything. My husband always tell me, why don't you just buy? I said, no, I must read the reviews. I read up to at least 300 reviews.
Mm.
And if to thought is poor, I don't buy. I don't care whatever rating they put. If they put 5-star, I will not buy. So review is good. And for us, review is very, very necessary. It's very important. I can do a text. When the youth marked my husband's 40th birthday last year, I told my daughter that did the birthday cake that she runs this her company does this is it vendor kind of business, and I told her, where is the birthday cake, the picture, why is it not on your page, the party, I was just like, why are these things not on your page? This is how you sell. And then come back. I started informing her to go to everyone that attended the party, the people that tested the cake, that they should send her reviews. I don't even know if she did that. This is very important. You must relationship skills. You need it. Okay, so this person says, thank you so much for this session. Okay, that's Afia. The second question here is, Ma, please, I'm looking to digitalize my business. Is it advisable to convert my personal social media pages to business pages so that I don't need to build more? I don't need to build followers from the scratch. Good question.
I wouldn't recommend it. So I guess I'm somebody that like separates business from personal, right? But what you could do is, and I think that's why these platforms have the business side of it, because number one, it gives you more benefit, like it has more features that works better for businesses as compared to be the personal account. But what you can do to get your followers there is you can promote it on your personal page, right? So you can create your business page separate from your personal page, but your followers are on your personal page. So what you do is it could be on the title of your Instagram, or like whatever you're using. You put your page to your business over there, and then you can also like you can cross post some. So like say you put something on your story in Instagram, right? You can also share that on your personal page. But then what you're doing is you're getting people to go to your business page and follow that page, right? And then once people move, once people move to your business page, like they see on your personal page, they're gonna follow the business page, right? And then the same people are gonna move on because you already built the audiences there. But then I wouldn't recommend mixing the two together. I'd rather stay like you keep your personal page personal, and then you keep your business also business. But you can actually post something on your personal page relating to your business that'll get people to go there and see what you have for your business pages.
Thank you so much. That's exactly what I would do. There's this popular saying, separate business from pleasure. So
Yeah.
this is just to add to the person, endeavor to separate your business page, but then draw the attention, draw your followers to your business. Because right now you have maybe 300, 1,000, 2,000 followers. They don't know about your business until you make them know. So do whatever, do your videos, do your adverts or publicity, post it on your personal page, and then put a link, that would draw them. Advertise your page. Keep advertising until all your followers recognizes that that page exists, and they are now drawn to that particular business page, and they now know what you do. Okay, so separate both, but maintain both. Maintain the relationships you have in your personal, and draw them to the business. So this next question, please, don't worry, we're taking your questions. All right, those asking that their questions have not. We'll soon wrap up. It's 1 hour 30 minutes, so we'll soon be wrapping up. So this question says, you mentioned that AI can be used to predict analytics. Please, can you throw more light on this, especially someone who is someone whose information who's for someone who is into content creation, marketing? How does this apply?
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to like go down a little bit. So AI in general, it's literally most companies are using AI already, right? You probably don't know, but it's AI. So I'm not sure if you've used what would be a good example. I'm trying to think of a good example, but what I meant was yeah, I'm trying to figure out what would be, but I won't go there. But what I meant, what it does is like most of these platforms already have those included in the platform. So, for example, let's say Instagram. I'm not sure if they have it, but probably they do. The business side of it, right? They could have a platform where you can go in there and you can see how many people like viewed your page, or like how many people like came today to, or like how many people have been onto your platform. That tracking is done by AI. It's not a human being doing it. They're using AI to track who comes to visit your page. If you're a blogger on your website and you get those analytics telling you number of people that came on your page, number of people that liked your content or like commented. It's all AI. They're using AI to track these, and that's how AI helps provide those details that you yourself, because you can be sitting there all day like checking who's on my website, who's doing this, who's here. AI will keep track for you, and then it will send you like at the end of the day you can see either like a map, right? Something you go like if you have a website or like a blog, you can see like it goes up and down. WordPress has one, right? You can see how many people came, like when you write a post, how many people came and read your post. So you can, and then you can see throughout the month it'll go up and down. So like some days a lot of people jammed came onto your site. Why is that? Maybe they saw the content on somebody's page, and then the person was sharing other people, and then they came on your content to read. Some days might be slow, like little people, right? So this is what AI, like AI is like, it's kind of like it's everywhere. They use it right now in most things that we do. It's already been used, right? So most companies are already using it to track and all this kind of stuff. So just to break that the analytics side better is like it's already included in the platform that you already have. Some will make you pay to actually use it because I mean that's the benefit of it. And if you want it, you're gonna have to pay. Some of them are free. When I used to blog and use WordPress, I could see it for free. So yeah, so you can have these already included.
Thank you so much. And this will be the last question. This person said, can you suggest sites where I can sell my ideas on content creation for business or companies that need to advertise their products?
So this one, I'm not sure what you want to sell, so I can't give you like a definitive answer, but I'm gonna give you a homework to do is go do some research. So um just go online, all right, and then look at the sites that's available in say there's a lot though. Like say if you wanna sell an idea, like on content creation for businesses or companies that advertise their product. So there's a whole bunch of like online platforms, right? It's more about you figuring out which one suits what you want to do, right? So yeah, this one I can't give you like a definite place so I don't want you saying, hey, I told you to go here and do this, but I would say like there's a bunch of them. So go and look at which one you think will benefit you more, all right? And yeah, that's pretty much what up because there's a bunch, there's a lot, there's Amazon, there's eBay, right? You can use all of these, right? Um
Okay, thank you so much. I'm still trying to. You really tried with the question. I'm still trying to get that question very well. Um, sites where you can sell your content creation ideas. Well, number one thing you should do, go and use chat GPT AI.
GPT.
Chat GPT is going to help you, you know, or it will produce a lot. That's why Afia is not able to tell you, okay, use this. There are so many. So you just make your research. How do I sell content creation ideas? And you see a lot of them, and try to see which one you can utilize. um and then my advice would also be, even your own, beginning from your own space, you can start selling those your ideas gradually as you're building followers, building your business. It will start to spread. But do your research and you're going to see a bunch of them. So thank you so much, Afia, for today. This is where we draw the curtain on Matters Arising February 2023 edition. Thank you so much to our guests. Can we just appreciate our guests for this 1 hour 30 minutes with us? Not that we were paying her, but these are people that are so interested in your growth and your development. They want to see that your name becomes a household name all over the world, not just in your, beginning from your environment, because we begin to shine from our houses to our environment to the larger society and then to the global space. So I want to appreciate Afia. Can we tell her thank you for honoring our invitation today? We don't take this for granted. So this is where we draw the curtain on Matters Arising. And please share the idea, share this knowledge. Mention your friend's name, copy the links on Facebook and YouTube, and please share the idea. Okay, we don't monetize this because we want to make billionaires of you. And I know that you would come back to remember where this is coming from. And who knows, you might buy me a car. Okay, but at least a thank you, ma. Now I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 40s. But when the other time you brought Afia, the things she taught us was what changed my life. That is my reward, actually. When I hear that your life is being transformed, that your life has taken a new turn because of what Rainbow Youth Ministry has done for you, it is my reward. That is what gives me my satisfaction and my peace. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to see you next month with another powerful speaker, just as Afia. Thank you and bye-bye. Thank you, Afia. I'm going to call you a darling.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Thanks,
love you.
everyone.
Bye, darling. Thank you. Bye. So we can all exit and see you all next month. Thank you. Bye.